What's up guys, my name is Natalie and welcome to my Nook of Novels. Today I'm going to be telling you guys all of the series that I have not finished. So this isn't technically every single series that I've ever started and not finished. These are just series that I am planning on reading all of, or at least part of, I guess, and have started, but I just haven't continued with yet. So yeah, let's just get right into it. These are in no particular order, but the first series on here is the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Carrie Maniscalco. I have read the first book in the series, Stalking Jack the Ripper, but I still need to read Hunting Prince Dracula, Escaping from Houdini, and Capturing the Devil. And I really enjoyed the first book, so there's not really any reason I haven't picked up the rest yet. I got the last three for Christmas, and I just haven't had a chance to get to them yet, but I'm definitely reading this one soon. After I finish the thing I'm reading right now, I'm going to pick this one up. The next series is the Enemy series by Shirley Hickson. I have read The Enemy and The Dead, and I have not read The Fear, The Sacrifice, The Fallen, The Hunted, or The End. Now again, there's not really a particular reason that I haven't finished the series yet, aside from the fact that when I read the second book originally, I was kind of not really in a reading mood at the time, and I got into a reading slump while I was in the middle of that book, so then I was kind of scared to pick it up again, and so I ended up having to reread the first two books, and now I really need to get to the third book. I just haven't had a chance to do that yet, but that is definitely one that I want to continue with soon so that I don't end up forgetting all the stuff that happened already once again. And one of my main goals for this year is to finish that series. The next series on here is The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I have read The Magician's Nephew, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Horse and His Boy, and Prince Caspian, and I still need to read The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, The Silver Chair, and The Last Battle. I don't even know when I started this series, to be honest with you, but I read Prince Caspian at some point in January. I'm not sure when I'm going to get the chance to continue with it yet, but hopefully soon. Next up is the Maze Runner series by James Dashner. So I have read The Maze Runner, and I haven't read The Scorch Trials, The Death Cure, The Kill Order, or The Fever Code. And that one I'm not really prioritizing very much right now, just because I know that I will have to reread the first book before I continue with the series, because I don't really remember what happened in that book. I think I read it originally sometime in 2020, so it's definitely been a minute, so I will definitely need a refresher before I continue with that one. Hopefully I will be able to do that at some point, because I did really enjoy the first book, and I would love to see where the rest of it goes, although I have heard bad things about the rest of the series. But I tend to enjoy things when a lot of other people don't in books, so maybe I will still like it anyway. Next on this list is the Crank series by Ellen Hopkins. I have read Crank and Glass, and I still need to read Fallout. And I read Crank and Glass super recently. Crank was the last book that I read in December, and then I read Glass in January, and I'm really hoping to get to Fallout this month. It'll just depend on what I spend on my wheel and if I end up having time to get to it as well. But I really, really loved the first two books, and they made me so sad. So much bad stuff happens in these books, and I love it. I hate it, but I love it. I cannot explain to you my feelings towards these books because, like I said, there's just so much bad stuff, and it's just so sad, but it's just so good to read. Next up is Percy Jackson and the Olympians by Rick Riordan. I have read Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and I haven't read Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, or The Last Olympian. Now, I read The Lightning Thief in December, so that one is still fresh in my brain, and hopefully I will be able to read the rest of them soon as well. Next up is the first two books in the Alex Ryder series by Anthony Horowitz. So we have Stormbreaker and Point Blank. And I've read Stormbreaker, but I haven't read Point Blank yet. This is another one that I do believe I will have to reread the first book before I get to the second book, because I don't remember much that happened, but I'm totally fine with that because I really enjoyed the first book so much more than I was expecting to. When I went into it, I was more thinking like, oh, this is a kid's book for boys, and I was like, I don't think that it's going to be really for me, but the stuff that happened in this book was really interesting to me, and I definitely enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting to, so I'm not complaining about it. Next up is The Crown's Game Duology by Evelyn Skye. So we have The Crown's Game and The Crown's Fate. This is kind of similar to the Alex Ryder situation, where it's been a while since I've read The Crown's Game, so I will have to reread this one before I read this one, so again, I'm not really trying to prioritize this one that much. I remember enjoying the first book quite a bit, and the ending kind of caught me off guard, and so I'm excited to see where it goes in the second book. The next series is the Howl's Moving Castle trilogy by Diana Wynne Jones. I read Howl's Moving Castle in December and enjoyed it quite a bit. I didn't realize that it was a trilogy originally, but I would like to continue with that as well to just see where the story goes. The final thing on this list is the Magic Treehouse series by Mary Pope Osborne. There's so many of them, I'm not going to hold them all up at once, but I will go through and show you guys which ones I have read. So I have read Dinosaurs Before Dark, The Night at Dawn, Mummies in the Morning, Pirates Past Noon, Night of the Ninjas, Afternoon on the Amazon, Sunset of the Sabretooth, Midnight on the Moon, Dolphins at Daybreak, Ghost Town at Sundown, Lions at Lunchtime, Polar Bears Past Bedtime, Vacation Under the Volcano, Day of the Dragon King, Viking Ships at Sunrise, Hour of the Olympics, Tonight on the Titanic, Buffalo Before Breakfast, Tigers at Twilight, Dingoes at Dinner Time, Civil War on Sunday, Revolutionary War on Wednesday, Twister on Tuesday, Earthquake in the Early Morning, and finally, Stage Fright on a Summer Night. Now onto the ones that I haven't read. Good Morning Gorillas, Thanksgiving on Thursday, High Tide in Hawaii. I stopped recording and forgot to hit end pause. Okay, I don't remember where it was. I think this is the one I got to. Christmas in Camelot, Haunted Castle on Hallows Eve, Summer of the Sea Serpent, Winter of the Ice Wizard, Carnival at Candlelight, Season of the Sandstorms, Night of the New Magicians, Blizzard of the Blue Moon, Dragon of the Red Dawn, Monday with the Mad Genius, Dark Day in the Deep Sea, Eve of the Emperor Penguin, Moonlight on the Magic Flute, A Good Night for Ghosts, and Abe Lincoln at Last. Now, saying that I haven't finished that series, I'm not sure if I actually have or not, because I definitely read a lot of those when I was really little, and I'm not sure which ones that I read or how far I got in the series or anything like that. Since I've been rereading these, I've gotten to number 25. That is all for this video. Please comment down below how many series you guys have that you're planning on continuing. And please like the video if you liked it, and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you would like to see the other videos that I post on Mondays. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!